Okay, so what I want to do is make a video on how to calculate how much wax you're going to use and how much fragrance oil you're going to use for a candle, depending on whatever container you wish to use. So to do that, we're going to do some math. Math is awful, and I'm no mathologist, so if I can do it, you can do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. I'm going to draw some pictures and some chicken scratch, and you can make fun of me about how awful it looks, and that's fine. So the first thing you want to do is get a digital scale, one that can read in ounces or grams. Ounces as in weight, not fluid ounces. You don't want fluid ounces. You want weight ounces. I personally use grams. I think it's a little bit easier. So that's what I use, but it's personal preference. So let's say this little fancy line here is your digital scale, and this is the container you're going to be using for your candle. It's got a little lopsided bit there, but it's probably fine. Then you're going to pour water into here. And you're going to get the weight of that water. So when you put your vessel or container onto the scale, you're going to tear it out so it reads 0. You don't want the weight of the container. So tear it out, then pour your water in. Let's say you get 200 grams of water weight. 200 grams of water. Now you're going to use this number, 0.86. That's a specific gravity of wax. All waxes have a different specific gravity, but this is a pretty good medium. I've used this for beeswax and I've used it for soy, and it works the same for both. It's just a constant number. Remember it, write it down. I suggest writing it down. And you're going to multiply your water weight by that number. 200 times 0.86. We'll pull up our fancy dancy calculator here. 200 times 0.86 gives 172 grams. So basically what that did is it converted the weight of water to the weight of basically the contents of the candle. That's called your total weight. So 172 grams. It's kind of a 2. Total weight. So the total weight is the total weight of the candle. If you were doing a unscented candle, all wax, you would use 172 grams of wax. But usually we don't do that unless you're doing like a pillar candle or something like that. So now we need to calculate how much fragrance oil we're going to need. So let's say we want to do a candle at 9% fragrance load. Let's get rid of that. 9% fragrance load. I did the L first. I don't know why. So we're going to convert that into a decimal. So you're just going to take that 9 divided by 100, and that will give you 0.09. So now we take our total weight, 172, and we're going to multiply that by 0.09. And that's going to give us 172 times 0.09. I think it's 15.48. And we're just going to round down. 15 grams of fragrance oil. So let's keep track up here. We have 200 grams of water, 172 grams total. $15 grams of fragrance oil. Now we need to figure out how much wax we're going to use. And at this point, if you haven't figured it out already, 172 minus 15. 172 minus 15. That's going to give us 157 grams. 172 minus 15. 57 grams. So now we have 157 grams. Is that right? Am I stupid? There we go. The answer is yes, I'm stupid. 157 grams wax. That's basically the calculation. If you think about that 9%, everything's done in weight. So if you think about that 9% fragrance load, if this is your candle, so you have wax up to here, your candle would be 91% wax, and all this down here will be 9% fragrance oil, and the whole thing combined equals 100%. So for whatever reason, if you were making a candle that's 50% fragrance oil, which is a terrible idea, don't do that, you'd have 50% wax in there, 50% fragrance oil. So yeah, once you do all these calculations, you'll have the perfect amount of mixture, and when you pour your candles, you'll, at the very end, I mean, drip drops, and it will be at the exact perfect level. Super awesome feeling. Confetti rains down, and you're all excited. And that's basically it. If you were doing big batches, I don't know, let's say you're doing 6 candles, you'd still do the same exact thing. You'd do your calculations for 1 candle, and then you would basically just you'd multiply it. So let's say you're doing 6 candles, you do 157 grams of wax. You would multiply that by 6. 157 times 6. So you'd use 942 grams of wax. And if one candle took 15 grams of fragrance oil, 15 times 6, you would use 90 grams of fragrance oil. My pointer. 15 times 6, 90 grams. That was really sloppy. So that's basically it. Any questions? Feel free to ask. Let me know, and I'll be happy to attempt to answer them. Bye.